All right, BYU and Notre Dame. The Catholics and the Mormons are squaring off in all places with Las Vegas.
I just want everybody to think about it. Like, we talk about accomplishments as society, right? The light bulb, the Model T, the Constitution. Great things in our society for fire.
Yeah.
Imagine just if you went up to somebody that was just like a religious scholar or somebody that just didn't know college football existed. Not saying that all religious scholars don't like college football. Okay.
Revco.
Our
boy Revco.
Imagine going up to somebody and saying, hey, you want to know something crazy? Like what? It'd be like, the Catholics and the Mormons are going to hang out in Vegas. Like, just think about that. And the human story, going back all the way to the beginning time, where we're at now. I mean, we have the Mormons and the Catholics squaring off to play football in Las Vegas. I mean, these guys at BYU can't even drink caffeine. And you're out there in Vegas? I respect it. My thing for Notre Dame is you got to ride the pine. You got to ride Drew Pine.
Ride the Pine.
Ride the Pine.
Okay.
Yep, there we go. P-Y-N-E. Since Drew Pine came in, it's the quarterback for Notre Dame. Okay, I'm not saying everybody go sit on the bench.
You go get on the bench.
Sit
Everybody
on the bench and do nothing.
Shut up. Lou Holtz is talking. He's like, guys,
God.
we're riding the pond.
Yeah.
We're riding the pond at Indiana Pond. All right. So when you look at Notre Dame, and I get North Carolina's defense is just an absolute sieve. I mean, just leaking out everywhere. He has brought a better passing element than Tyler Buchner had. Okay, is it just immaculate? No. But I mean, the dude, he threw one interception coming in to replace Tyler Buchner against Marshall. I know they lost that game, but the last two games, I mean, he's thrown for 250 and 3 touchdowns, 150 and a couple touchdowns, and hadn't thrown an interception since. He's given them some semblance of a passing game to help out the running game a little bit, to be a little bit balanced, to be able to extend drives, to keep that defense on the field. But make no mistake, I feel like this is going to be a low-scoring physical game. And BYU's played a lot of physical games already. I look at Drew Pine, I look at Jaron Hall, and I know Notre Dame is a betting favorite right now. I know that Utah State, who hasn't been very good all year, ran the ball pretty decently against BYU last week. But two things there. One, that's a rivalry game. Mm-hmm. They turned on that film and saw how bad Utah State was, and you played Notre Dame the next week. I think there was a little bit of a trap game, even though that was a rivalry game in there. I'm having a very hard time not wanting to take BYU money line right now.
Really?
Everybody's really feeling good about Notre Dame, like, oh, it's some resurgence. Drew Pine's good, but it's not like you've been playing the greatest competition either since you came in there, or the greatest defenses since you've come in there. Now, for BYU, Notre Dame is going to stop the run. They're going to make Jaron Hall beat you with his arm. So you're looking at guys like Romney, Pico Nakua, even Christopher Brooks out of the backfield. How effective can Christopher Brooks be catching the ball out of the backfield? How effective can that offensive line be being able to open up holes on 3rd and short when Notre Dame knows you're running it and you know you're running it? So, man, I really, really like BYU in this game the more that I look at it, because I think people are starting to fall for the allure of Notre Dame and a new quarterback coming in that can trick you sometimes. So for BYU, to me, it's your big time, but it's simple. Your big time players have to make big time plays. And that's Romney, that's Nakua. When they get their chances in the red zone to score touchdowns, you have to score touchdowns, and your big players have to make those plays.
There's your keys to victory.
I mean, I agree. I mean, Jaron Hall is going to be a big piece in this game. You know, I come on this show, and I'm hard on Notre Dame most of the time I talk to him just because join a conference. I'm sick of seeing it. But I like Notre Dame in this game. I think it's going to be a big win for Coach Freeman. I think he needs one under his belt. I think the change at quarterback has helped, and I'll be watching these defenses. I know the Utah State game might have been looked over a little bit, but that secondary for BYU did not look good at all. Once that quarterback broke the pocket, a lot of eyes peeking in the backfield. So I like Notre Dame in this game. I don't know what the spread is. They're -3.5. I think they covered that spread. So give me Coach Freeman the fire.
Let me say this too. Utah State played a different quarterback other than Logan Bonner against BYU, and he was more of a running quarterback. I think that's why you saw that secondary from BYU, and he was hurting them on the outside. Drew Pine's really not that guy. He's more of a pro-style passer. Not that he can't run. He's somewhat athletic, but he's not what Buchner was running, and he was not what that guy from Utah State was last week. I think that was the mix of a trap game and a little bit of unknown.